Greetings, citizens of Nerdtropolis. Sean Taj here, the Mayor of Nerdtropolis, and my guest today is legendary actor Jon Voight. Mr. Voight, it is an honor to chat with you today, I must say.
It's my pleasure to be with you, Sean.
Thank you. I really enjoyed this movie, Mercy, which has a surprising hero. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't watch or read anything about it. I kind of just went in it blind. And I really enjoyed it and loved the surprising hero in it. And in this film, you play the head of an Irish mafia. And I wanted to know, why are you so good at playing the bad guy?
I don't know. You know, this is a big philosophical question, a spiritual question, actually, Sean. You have to say, what in my past lives has contributed to this portrait? I've been raised by a golf pro, wonderful mother, two wonderful brothers, and in America, and yet I have this other streak in me. Where did it come from? I don't know, but I'll find out in the next life. Upstairs.
Correct. And you perfect like the best Irish accent. How did you do that?
Well, we had a very nice person who was working with the cast, so we all had a kind of a consistency. We came from probably County Cork and Ireland, County Cork, and you know, we worked on it, but we had in the cast Jonathan Rhys Meyers, who's from that area. He was born in Dublin, but he was raised, I think, in County Cork, and he was the one who we kind of went to school on. And Jonathan Rhys Meyers, I just think he's a magnificent actor. I don't think I know. And everyone who knew I was doing a film with him would talk so highly of him. And we got together and we had a great time together. But anyway, so Jonathan Rhys Meyers led the way. So we felt that we sure had to live up to the real authenticity that we were dealing with on a daily basis. So he influenced.
Yeah, there's a lot of tension between you and him. He plays one of your sons, who's also named Sean, but he's super unhinged in this movie. Why do you think the relationship was so estranged between the two characters?
Well, I think it's in something in the movie. You know, the father moved them from Ireland to America at one point. Mostly from him to get away from some bad influences. Now, can you imagine the father of an Irish mob concerned about the people his son was hanging out with? I mean, it's funny, but it's probably very real. You know, this is a movie about family. We know that that's true. You know, you can have a problem with a child. They get into drugs, they get into this and that, and you try to protect them, and maybe you do the wrong thing, and maybe you're too harsh, or whatever it is, that happens. And I think it's examined in the film very nicely, actually.
Yeah, it's a very interesting relationship. Did you create a backstory for your character, or did they provide enough for you?
No, I think we did it on our own, you know. We created our own backstories and did all the work that you do as an actor. You know, you try to, each one of us does it individually, maybe, you know, but then you come and play with the other actor, and that becomes alive. We respond to each other. If it had been another actor I was working with, I would have been slightly different in the part. But working with Jon, he created an energy that was something I dealt with, and it changed me. So it's good. And that's what you do as an actor. You know, you deal with what you're getting.
Yeah, great chemistry with everybody. You have been in this business for several decades, and you've had an amazing career. What motivates you to continue acting? Is it your love for this art form is that strong?
Yes, it is. That's simply said, and that's very true. Yeah, I love. Listen, you love, if you love what you do, you know, you're meant to do it in some sense. I still have the same enthusiasm about work that I did when I was a kid. Same. I still look for something in a story that excites me, So, once I see the shape of it, then I go into it and see what I discover when I work on it. And it's still the same, because if you hit certain notes, or if you bring people to a certain understanding through a film, so that they're moved by something or excited by something, it's a wonderful thing. I still remember listening to my father tell stories at night to his 3 children. My younger brother was in the bunk bed above me, and my older brother had his own bed next to me. We were all packed into one little tiny room, but my father would come in at night after he taught golf for the day, and he would come in and lie down in one of our beds, and then he would tell us a story as the night descended. And my mom was in the kitchen close by cleaning up after our meal, and we would close our eyes and listen to my dad and sail away on his storytelling. He was a great storyteller, and he had a great sense of humor, and he loved children. He understood kids very, very well. So that was where I started, and that's what I still think. If you take people on a journey, that's the whole deal. And take them into a world where they experience something, and you take responsibility for that. If you're going to take them into a certain kind of world, you want it to be something that they learn from it, or something, true feelings, or some perception of something is straightened for them. Whatever it is.
Yeah, I can see that throughout your career, how much you love acting. You're appearing in Megalopolis, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, correct?
That's right.
Is there anything you can tell us about this movie?
Well, it's a work of the imagination that's quite stunning, I think. And we'll see how the story works itself out. But I'm working with great actors, Adam Driver, Shia LaBeouf, and Aubrey Plaza. These are 3 enormous talents from this generation. And that was a pleasure to work with them. So we'll see what happens. It's a very almost brave attempt at something that comes from the mind of this great Francis Ford Coppola, and I hope that it will achieve what the vision he set out to achieve.
Yeah, he's just as passionate as you, and I'm excited about this project because I read a lot of great things about it. It sounds really cool, so I'm really looking forward to that movie too. But Mercy is such a great movie, such a great role for you. Obviously, everyone likes seeing you playing the bad guy, but you're definitely very nice in person, obviously. And I love watching your career just continue and continue.
Isn't that so nice of you to say, Sean? Thank you very much.
Real pleasure. Thank you so much.
God bless.
Thanks for tuning in. And once again, this is Sean Taj, the Mayor of Nerdtropolis, and stay tuned for more movie news, reviews, interviews, and trailers.